organization that we are a part of and co-founded, where we help people with mental illnesses transition to independent living.
Yeah. And then the MLK Day Parade is going to take place February the 1st. So make sure you guys come out. It's going to be a fun-filled family day with a jumpy house, the entire block party, food, vendors. But the parade itself is going to start at 12 p.m. until 2. Block party starts at 11 till 4. Make sure you all come out. It's going to be a great time.
Now, your anniversary. Happy birthday to Tribe Talk.
Happy birthday
to us.
Yeah, officially January 25th.
Yeah,
January 25th.
Today.
Yep.
Today's our birthday. It's your birthday. It's your
Hey.
birthday.
Wow.
Wow.
Drink
Yep.
some water. Celebrate. Celebrating anniversary. So that's the official date of our celebration, February 29th. It's going to be held at HQ Raleigh, the Gateway location, from 4 to 7 p.m. And y'all know the ladies of Tribe Talk like to have
carpet.
We're going to have major photo ops.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to have some really good food.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
really good food.
Wine tasting.
Mm-hmm.
What else am I missing? Oh, raffles, giveaways,
Yeah.
like all sorts of things. And
Live
you're going to
show.
get to experience a lot.
Sponsors real quick by Eminence Image Events. We also have Embellish Event Planning and Design, who is just blessing our whole
my
life
God.
and soul.
Yes, and
Girl,
Bella.
look her up, for real.
Shout out to Marshonda Isaac for coming all the way through.
Yes.
Live music is going to be on behalf of.
Good Vibes Band.
Yes.
Excited
They are
about
really-
that.
Oh my God.
The wine tasting is going to be brought to you by Portfolio. So y'all got to come out for that. And our raffles, we have some special raffles for y'all.
And who's our speaker? I mean,
Our-
not a speaker,
our
but our
host.
co-host.
Inspired Now Network.
Yeah, she's amazing. If you guys are local, you probably remember her event, the Beauty Expo at the Raleigh Convention Center last year.
Mm-hmm.
She will be in the house. Time if you, I'm sorry, but
No,
you know,
I mean,
listen,
hey,
you
it's a
can go
party.
to Tribe Talk Reloaded .eventbrite.org.com. Tribe Talk Reloaded.
Missed this. You want to stay up on game with what Tribe Talk has going on. But I think you're ready for it.
Yeah, you're ready. If you've been following us, you're ready. Some of y'all who follow us have actually picked up on what's happening.
Save the date, February 29th, 4 to 7 p.m. at HQ Raleigh, the Gateway location for Tribe Talk's 1-year anniversary. So let's get into this.
How far are we willing to go for love?
And like we said, this was inspired by Prince Harry and Meghan have decided to move away from their official positions in the royal family. So their official positions. So obviously they're still a part of the family, but they will no longer be receiving. And they do plan to spend a lot of their time in North America. They'll be splitting their time up, but they'll be spending a lot of time now in North America. They'll be, and that comes with a lot of scrutiny, but I'm sure it also comes with a lot of thought put behind that on both of their parts. So let's dive in.
Yeah, I think it's fluid and flexible. You know, of course, the monarchy, you know, with being a prince and royalty is very, very structured. However, I was looking at have what's called the spare, which is what Prince Harry is.
He's
Of course,
spare.
William. Sorry, Harry. Sorry, Harry. You are the hair, though.
You are the hair.
You
You
can
can
have
have
all
all
the
the
hair.
hair.
But great grandmother or grandfather's sibling was trying to find her stake. I think
Yes.
she actually. And I'm happy for them. I feel like, you know, it's him.
Yes.
And she taught them values of family first, like protect your family. She was really protective of her
Yeah,
He said now that he has a family to protect, he's going to do it. And, you know,
I love
I
it.
think that's amazing.
respect. I
You
mean,
gotta respect
you
it.
gotta respect. Person,
Yeah.
he, you know, he's a philanthropist and things. Abilities. And now, when he was doing it, I was like, okay, is it because he really is into this Africa thing and everything, or does he
Yeah.
really? And I'm very proud of him. And Megan standing by him and them. Story. Love story.
I love the fact that you said not letting the media and the scrutiny break them up, because they have been under a lot of scrutiny. William and Meghan.
Yep.
We all know that Meghan is a huge deal, especially coming into the royal family, right? And so there's been a lot of scrutiny when it comes to that. Just Meghan's presence, her, you know, the way she dresses. She's shaking up some things. She's shaking up some tradition. Even though she's not defiant and she's not outright
Right.
rebellious, she's just herself.
Yeah.
Go straight into the quote unquote sacrifice that Harry is making by giving up his for love,
Yes.
by marrying into royalty, marrying into rules, restrictions.
Oh, that's a good point.
Legalism in a sense, and I'm not trying to say to give up certain freedoms in order to, and she was willing to in the beginning give up certain freedoms in order, as a whole, highlight that sacrifice first, because that's where it started. She was not just a regular. She didn't have all those rules and restrictions and things to abide by. She was came to find out that she was not happy, and this is not something I'm making up, you know.
She was just surviving and not thriving.
She was just surviving and not thriving.
Can I ask you a question? Was it because of the
I don't think it was the royal family making her feel that way. It was once she was in the spotlight of royalty, and then all of the her, like all of that, it comes with that lifestyle.
Yeah.
And so she sacrificed a lot.
Yeah.
You know, in that, like, she sacrificed her freedom and her
life.
pride
But
and
a lot
her-
of people are well, why is she complaining, or why is she unhappy now? Right? You don't know what you want until you get in it.
and you don't know what you get into until you actually in it.
Right. Not what I want. And the good thing is she married somebody who was willing to allow her to be herself.
Right.
But she did say that she's just surviving and not thriving. One of the things, like, for example, there was an article about, you know, when Princess Kate, which I adore her too, but when she, you know, was pregnant, she was, you know, embracing her bump, and she was, you know, cuddling her baby bump. But with Meghan, why does she keep her hand in her bump all the time? That didn't allow her to fully be herself. And again, I don't think it's the royal family, because it sounds like the Queen is really supportive of what Meghan.
Up until a point, right? Because the crown is what's most important,
Right.
Which is why it's such a big deal for Harry to say no to the crown and yes to his family. So I do think the Queen, and so to that extent, she's happy and she's supportive. She wants them to be happy. But I do think that she probably struggles a little bit with tradition, and with. But I do think that if the crown is behind it, first of all, it's their business. Okay, so that's that. It's Meghan and Harry's business.
Right.
Yeah.
But if the things and he's stepping up like a man,
Yeah.
like a husband, like a father, and saying, and mentally and emotionally and whatever else, this is the move we have to make. And I feel like we would be having a whole different conversation if he decided not to do this when Meghan has openly expressed some things.
Yeah.
What he saw with his mom. His
Exactly.
mom
About
could have
that.
been expressing that to his dad, right? Because
Right.
they were young, but they were
Yeah.
old enough to understand
Right.
when their mom passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Some some things that was parallel to what he saw with his mom, and
He
he's
said
like,
that.
wait a minute, and he did say, I don't want my child to grow up without a mom
Yes.
like myself. So
Yeah.
I think he's making a very informed decision. Now, a lot of people are saying they don't like the fact that they made an announcement to the world before, and it sounds like we still. Even the Queen was shocked by the announcement,
Yeah.
and so they didn't like the fact that Some people say he's disrespecting the crown or the royal tradition. And with that, let's talk about the financial piece. So I don't know that because they're public servant.
Right.
They don't get paid like a salary thing. They're public servants.
Yeah.
So they live off the money of the people, the British
Right.
people. But that's okay because she already had her money and they already have a brand.
And they have money too. He
Yeah,
has money
right.
that was left to
Money
him.
that was
Right.
left to
Yeah,
him,
there's
right.
money.
So
They were
right.
already wealthy outside
Yeah.
of.
And so it's almost like he's wanting to choose parts. This is what they're saying, not me. He wants to choose parts of royalty that he likes and take away the part he doesn't like, right?
When everybody else has to take
Take
all
all
about
of
it.
All of it. Also, when you're royalty, there's also like a gray line between like, do you?
Sorry.
There's also like a thing.
In royal,
They're
that's
royal,
it.
It's
That's right.
part of the brand.
But now that they're leaving, could they write a book? Could they go on tour?
I think
You
they
know,
just- I mean, we don't know. In the media and everything, even as a philanthropist, and Megan having, everything that she has going on for her, because like she wasn't just a nobody.
No,
like, enough money to be comfortable. And I think honestly, of course, they're used to a certain type of lifestyle, but it seems as if they care more about their family, their safety, security, and living comfortably than they do. So they'll be bringing in enough money, period, from what was left to them, what they've already had, and everything. But as far as him picking and choosing, I love The Crown, by the way.
does.
Y'all should
She
watch
does.
it.
You watch The Crown?
Oh
The
my
Crown.
God.
I
I
love
love
that
The
show.
Crown, and I do like,
It's
I
so
watch
funny.
a lot of old, like 18th century
Yeah,
stuff,
she
so I
does.
do know how, these
Yeah,
types
those
of things
things
work a
work.
little. And now, things probably have changed, right? And so there may be some things that he can hold on to. That's really none of our business.
What I'm
right.
saying.
I think
Yeah.
that's why they had so much to say, because they were like, well, we've been paying you, supporting your lifestyle. You didn't even expressing the concerns. They kind of knew it was coming.
Yes.
They just didn't know when. And again, I think the Queen, everybody loves the Queen. She's adorable. And
She's adorable.
yeah, and she's a woman of power. But I think, I choose between what Harry's doing, like, if they had to choose between what Harry's doing, she'll take it, and the Queen and her feelings, they're gonna go with the Queen because
Right.
she's been
Of
with them
course,
longer.
of course.
She is who she is.
He serves them.
Right.
Yes.
You don't serve the queen.
Right.
She actually serves the people.
Right.
And Harry, Harry knows that. I think Harry's what we would call awake. He's woke.
He woke.
Yeah.
He's woke.
mom was,
He's
too.
millennial. Yeah, she was too. And he's just tried to do like a book deal, and they tried to get the public eye and that type of thing.
Yeah.
Outside their brand, they weren't as successful.
Yeah.
But the way he's doing it, I don't
We
see
wanna
why
know.
it would. We do. It would be very successful. We want to.
Crown, the Royals, what's the name of the show?
The Crown.
The Crown. So even like the Crown, people are obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Black. She's mixed, but she's
Black.
black.
She's black.
Yeah, she's
Looks just
black.
like her mom.
My mom's black.
Yes, her mom's black.
And I think she admits, she's openly black. Like,
Yeah,
it's
she
not-
doesn't
she's
deny
not-
that side of her.
Yeah, she's
right.
black.
It seems as though Harry may be very aware of that.
Oh yes.
It seems like Harry is, it to me seemed to be hinting. He was saying something on one of the things we were watching, and he said that there are things that we don't know. It's almost, he was like leaving some things unsaid, and I think he may just be pure embarrassed. So he was like, let's protect her and my child, because guess what?
Your
My
child is black. And he knew that we're bringing her in, and I'm sure they had conversations to prep them. But at the same time, this is a time to make that change. Like,
Yes.
it's a new
That's
world,
exactly what I'm
right?
I do too.
He's very involved with African content. He gives back. He serves. And they said that after his last trip to Africa was when he came back and he
woke up.
Yeah, he's like, wait a minute. You know?
And everything, and you think about relationships with commoners, we do have to understand that we don't know all the details all the time. And with that, the rest of the world thinks it is, no matter what family you come from, no matter how much money.
Especially that child. He said that having that child is what really moved him to make the decision, because him and whatever, but now he has a bloodline that he has to protect, and his name. So I love it. Can we?
And I thought when I first saw him say that, I was thinking, was he saying that he's not embracing his move, embracing his, you know, because it kind of seemed to come off that way with the way. And I was there to. I had my arms around him when Mom passed, and I've been there, and now my brother is out there, and I can't protect him even over there or put my arms around him. So I don't know how he meant that.
I feel like that's what it means in a sense. I'm no longer under my covering. Do you know what I'm saying? Like she said, I can no longer protect him. I can no longer he's not just right here with me. And I don't think
he's the next in charge.
Yeah.
If his dad would have,
that's him.
Yep.
And so I think
the Queen's husband is 99 or something. He's still living, and that's his granddad. So it would be his dad, and it would be him. So he's third in line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, we need to know the facts.
Yeah.
But no, for a while, he always knew that his brother was going to come back.
Right.
At this point, his brother is starting really a brand new life, basically.
Uncharted.
Like, because he followed the path, the straight and narrow, which there's nothing wrong with that. That's he did.
He was expected to.
Yeah, and he did what he was expected. But
and Harry's always had. He was off the chain. He was off the chain. I was like, but William had to always keep it together.
Yeah.
But Harry's always had that
he had
that
opportunity
space to do that, to live that life. And
it's just like regular families.
Yeah.
Where sometimes the old and by the time they've done all of that, the younger ones come along and we just out here living it up.
Living like they're like, I didn't have an opportunity to do that.
Like, you getting tatted and you 15, you're 16, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
Mom would have killed me.
Stuff like that, you know, or you get to do what time you get what's your curfew?
I know, right?
So all that to say, this is uncharted territory for everyone, but I know William is probably just, that's his better half in a sense, outside of his wife. That's his better half.
That's what they said. They actually cleaned it up a little bit. It was like they don't have, because I think it was another talk show host was like, she kind of wanted to get straight to it, and I think when it came down to it, they do. It just, again, the media makes things, they spin it, and they take things out of proportion.
But we are media who don't do that.
We look, we try to keep it as real as we know,
as real as we.
But we don't know. You never really know what goes on behind the scenes.
You don't in any situation.
So coming to that, when it comes to what are you willing to do for love, I kind of think about sometimes what people do, they think about what other people think. And how far are you willing to go?
So the one who may have to sacrifice is thinking about what somebody else on the outside would think about whatever decision that they make in this relationship. How do you feel? What's your opinion towards that thought process?
Right. Well, my me, my opinions, I don't care what nobody choose to do. You have to live with the consequences.
Right.
So you go as far as you personally are willing to go when it comes to how it affects your circle, your relationship with that person, your feelings, your emotions. You're the one that lose sleep at night. You're the one that's going to, you know what I'm saying? You're the one that may be tired. You also are the one behind the scenes with this person.
Yes.
You know their heart. You know their vision. You know their aspirations. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I agree.
You know what drew them to you. So
y'all have pillow talks.
You have the pillow talks.
Y'all know each other's heart.
Yeah. So they're gonna do what they do, but you're over here suffering and hurting and and you may see them with someone else and they're doing good, and you let them go because you listen to somebody else.
Like you said, discuss those talk. It's the communication. It's the conversations. You have to actually, talk about. We talked about this in our what we want for us. In the moment, it may be heated. In the moment, it seems like, but let's talk about things we talked about 5 years ago about today, or 5 years ago about your decisions.
Your decisions. That's the key. Yeah, that's the perfect way to put it. Your decisions. I'm gonna say I 100% agree.
Tag, you're it.
Tag.
Out there, and then got thrown back over here. That's okay.
I'm so sorry, but I really wanted to know, like,
right.
I agree. I 100% agree from experience and just from in a relationship, depending on what type of relationship it is. Before seeking any type of counsel, because on occasion you might have to do that, but you have to always, even after that, that's not the end all be all. You have to come back to what you already needs out of life and needs out of you, and how that situation is affecting them. That's what matters. Nothing else, because people will move on. They will judge you and criticize you, and then go on about hurt and crying.
What? Oh, butt hurt.
You be sitting over there.
Not your butt hurting, but you butt hurt.
But you butt hurt. You never heard.
I've never
heard it. But it's okay. I never heard of that. That's just strange.
But like you just hurt, like you butt hurt, like you over there butt hurt and crying.
My butt though, out of all the
it's a
heart hurt, head hurt.
I've heard that for years. I don't go over there in the corner crying, trying to get your life together, pick all these pieces up, making a rash decision based off of what somebody else thought you should do. And half the time, obviously, they don't know the details. Limited resources, and they're giving you advice off of limited information. They don't have the full story like you do, and you need to learn. I'm sorry. And being honest with yourself is key too when you're making sacrifices for love, like Trinetta and Tisha said, I believe. But you know what I'm saying? All of it. It's all of it, because some things you can't take back.
Because you have to live with your thoughts, your headspace, your heart. At the end of the day, even after you have the conversation with that other person, you still have to live with yourself every day. You're driving down the street, your thoughts, your heart, your emotions. So let's talk about from a women's perspective. Some women pick up like Megan did, and they leave their life. We have a family member who did that. Leave your life to go and follow, to go and follow family. Even we got married here. We're gonna stay here. And that's the question: how much do you sacrifice, right? Some people may already be in a situation now, and they both want to pick up and leave. And one person wants to pick up, leave, and go to what that sacrifice looks like for you. And then we have children involved, right? That's a whole other thing.
That's a whole other thing.
When you have children, there's so much more to think about.
And some people
a lot of people sacrifice their happiness, their joy, their whatever, for the children to be stable.
So
a lot of people choose.
For example, if it's already married,
and that could be what Harry's doing.
And to me, I think that's the bigger thing than anything that's going on right here. I think that's the underlying because of her tax. The tax that on her racist base.
Imagine what's going to come onto his son.
That he can't protect when he's
over here with this camera.
Honey, y'all getting behind the scenes. You need to go to YouTube. I'm just kidding.
Please.
Y'all are.
Hypothetically speaking, to give you an example, like if it's an already married couple and they already have, let's say they already have like 2 kids or something, and the couple has always wanted, they're finally in maybe like a financial position where they can
say money can play a role. I'll just leave and get an egg.
In general, like just move across like 16 hours away from where everybody is familiar. I think obviously it's when you have kids, you're thinking, okay, is it going to be better? Like, is my kids going to be more? If something goes wrong, I have somebody I can call. I know who's here, whatever. So you compromise and you move like 3 hours away, right? Instead of more cultured, and you know they're gonna learn and be enriched, and this works for my family. This enrichment works for my family, so we're gonna travel or we're gonna move. And I think that's.
But this is what I'm getting.
Yes.
But you gotta,
Thank you, YouTube people. Two people look like they came on over to YouTube.
Thank you.
Hi.
We're happy to have you. But yeah, I think it's okay to sacrifice for love. Don't let anybody tell you that you always got to hold on to every little thing.
You're in a relationship, there is give and take in order for it to be a relationship.
Yikes.
Always.
You're going to sacrifice something,
What is
but
the
you just got
yikes.
always.
I'm getting ready to take this a little bit curveball.
Oh, Lord.
I saw you start smiling.
Oh,
I was like,
Lord.
what is she
What
smiling?
is let me take a little juice break.
So
she going on a black girl hand out.
we say sacrifice for love. How does a person know? And I'll start with you. Just keep it short if you want to. Is it for someone's selfish ambitions? Is it for ulterior motives? Is it for?
Well, you're just too loaded. You asking too
I
many
know.
questions. You taking me too
how
many
about
places.
this? How about this?
Okay.
Well, you know, we have to define love. You
Right.
know me. I'm gonna be like, well, let's
Right.
define love.
That's I think is where I'm trying to go. We'll keep it like real short. You won't have to part two. But you're sacrificing for love. To know that's not love. I'm being manipulated. So if somebody says I want to pick up and move across, it's made out of love versus made out of something else.
You do know. You have an instinct.
Yeah.
Always telling us there's a hesitation, and I'm the type of person. If there's a hesitation, we gotta talk about it. If there's a hesitation, there's a pause. There's gonna be a pause if I have an hesitation. If I don't have a and for me personally, that's how I start analyzing it. But you just have to go with what you know about that person
That's what,
and what they've shown you.
And I was
track
gonna
record.
say, if
believe it.
correct me if I'm wrong, because this is just off the dome. I feel like if you fear in your thought.
Oh, that's good.
I think that is when you need to be like, if I'm thinking like, okay, is this a good idea? Is this a good idea? And I'm like, well, if I say no, what are they gonna think? If I say no, they're gonna be like, right. Even if it is the right move, at some point you're not ready to do that right then, because that's a big deal.
Because once they get you where, if it is from manipulation, once they get you in that location, then you're out of.
With you opposing, they're not considering you enough, at least in that decision, and so you're not going to most likely be happy.
So what is love? Love covers a multitude of errors.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Love, and I mean, I ain't
Love is
trying to
forgiving.
even if you have selfish moments, you're still thinking and saying, "Well, let me go get this right."
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Love covers.
It does. And it considers the other person. I think consider is very big.
Yeah.
Because you always consider them. And the best way to do it is actually ask them, talk to them.
Yeah.
You know, but if you're in a relationship and upset, you know, there's some, y'all need to sit down and have a conversation.
Yeah.
Y'all need to talk because somebody's walking.
You're gonna change.
Yeah.
But you can be your full self in that season with that person.
And they want you to.
Yeah,
Even if
they
it
want you
includes
to.
disappointment sometimes, because obviously as human beings, our flesh, you know what? I'd rather you be okay.
Yes.
Here's something that a close uncle, we gotta go. Here's something that a close uncle said to me. He said him and his wife did at that time was they tried to outserve one another. I want to make sure you're good. I want to make sure, okay, well, next time you got me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're actually trying to make sure both of y'all are good versus it's always one-sided.
Yeah.
You know, that you're out serving. You serve one another in love.
Yeah, you take care of the other. We always said when we first got together. Now, it's not always easy to do.
It's not.
But
So,
your thought process discussion. Well, I know as long as I'm taking care of, as long as you're taking care of me, I know I don't have to worry about me. I can take care of you.
Right. And not every day, all the time.
Yeah, well, I'm about to say, however, that can get
you
distorted, and it can come to the point where one person themselves in ways so they're so healthy, or that area is healthy enough that person doesn't have to.
Right.
And that serve you in that area.
And that person, when love, should be okay and realize they're taking care of themselves.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah, I like
Harry
that.
loves Meghan.
Yeah. Wrap it up. She does now, right?
Right. Oh God. Now it's like
That man. Oh, I ain't gonna say that. But yes,
We married. What you about to say?
did say. I know. I'm always. But they did say that she may have bullied him or pressured him into
I
that.
but he was
And I
very
don't think so.
strategic in how he came across. I
He sure
don't
did.
want to. It was something to that effect,
stressed
and
that.
I think the point of that was so people could like, even if you are. I'm not no pushover.
Mhm.
You gonna stop coming for my wife. I'm a grown man. She's a grown woman. This is how we did that.
We're gonna protect our child.
And we're gonna protect
And
our
I've never
Because
been
he would have
bullied.
married her.
Yeah,
bet.
he broke all the rules.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that was his choice. And if he wasn't that, and you can tell because if you watch them when they're walking fire right there, you know what I'm saying?
Obsessed.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. So yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's the real deal. And he made his decision. Her.
Mhm.
You know, she loved her man. She sacrificed to go be with him.
Yep.
If she was that controlling, he would have probably made those decisions in the beginning. If
Yeah.
it was her,
Yes.
Earlier. There you have it, folks.
That's it.
Thank you all for tuning in to today's show. One word radio show. We are now
Tribe
yeah.
Talk One Word Media.
Yeah, now we're now Tribe Talk Media.
You
We're
can find it either
officially
way.
announcing.
Yeah, you can find us either way now on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just found out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we have a website, so you tribetalkmediaaswell.com.
That's right. Okay, so we have our upcoming. We do want to. I think Facebook.
Turn up.
We are one.
We are one.
Happy
So,
birthday
1 year old people.
Singing
Not
happy
we're not
birthday.
one.
So we are officially one, and we are officially celebrating our 1 year anniversary.
Yes.
February the
It's
29th.
But now I'm good.
You
If
could.
I sing,
We're not singing.
We're not singing.
That's
Actually,
why-
I might throw a little
She
bit.
might throw a little bit. I just
but-
be like,
but it'd be better if we sung in harmony, which we can.
Somebody else gonna be doing that. We will have live
Oh,
music.
we
Good
have live
vibes, baby.
music.
Good
We
vibes.
will have live music. We will. Okay, do you want me to just?
Yes,
Okay.
sure.
We have
Yeah.
a photo booth. Have wine, so wine tasting because you know I like to drink. We go. I do. I like wine.
You do.
Yeah.
Hashtag transparency.
And we're going to be having many shows.
Yes, that you
Yes.
get to be a part of.
We're excited.
And
Live
we
audience.
love live audiences. We
Yeah.
love participation, so it's gonna be an amazing time.
It's going to be a good time. So go to Tribe Talk Reloaded. Ticket. Reserve your spot. We're also open to more sponsors. Our current sponsors, shout you out really quick. Yep, we
Oh,
have
that's it.
Embellish Event Planning and Design, and then we have Portfolio Group LLC, who will be there as distributors of Shoe Crazy Wine. So we're really excited, and we have our host, Miss Tammy Smith, Now Network, and she's the curator of Beauty Expo. So we're excited to have everyone. Make sure you guys go to our page. Eventbrite.com, and we'll see you all before the 29th for sure, but we'll see you live and in person on February 29th.
Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Yay!